Pit Mono, just. I'll tell you what, I haven't done this for a while. Hang on. Just like the old days, it's the 29th of December. I have to think about that. Yeah, not sure. I've literally just gone live. No notice as per usual. So don't know if anyone will be in, but I just fancied a little catch up. So we'll see. Oh,
Can I video bomb?
You can video bomb, but there's no one watching yet. So you can bomb token those littles out and put them on more radio trip if you like.
Okay.
Right, there's lots of messages coming up because I don't usually do live on my laptop. You can now put people in timeout. Oh, Connie, timeout. Different lengths. Okay, I've got that. Got it. Off my nuts. Here we go. Morning, beautiful. Morning, Joan. Morning, Rosie. God, Connie's just come back from cleaning the school. Oh, can you shut that door?
Do I have to?
Yes, please. Thanks.
I like being with you.
I'm in the kitchen. Connie's just come back from cleaning. She just went. But yeah, she's doing O-levels, but they've got quite a good gig of. Oh, can you hear me and see me all right, by the way? They've got quite a good gig of few of them they clean the school, obviously for money. And they're very flexible because like it's part of like their thing that they will employ sixth formers to do the cleaning. They're very flexible. If they know they've got exams or whatever, then they don't. They're very flexible with them taking their shifts, which is really, really good. Good morning, Vicky. Wow, catching a live on a tree. Oh, well, it might be a curse. Here and see you fine, lovely. Oh, fantastic. Yes. So, I mean, obviously, I always have to come on here and go, I'm sorry about this, but you know, it's Twixmas, isn't it? Oh, look, you can see the shadow of my tree, but not my actual tree. Should we have a tree background? Push it back a bit. Blimey, another live I've caught. Welcome, Jane. How was all of your Christmases? So yeah, I am very Twixmas. I mean, the state of me, and I don't know how long can you go on like this? It's like it's gonna. I walked to the post box earlier with I've got cozies on here, but I just give no fucks right now. I'm like, God, I could get really into this, but then it's not entirely news to me because when I go camping or go to a festival or something, one of the things I absolutely love is being able to live like a pig for a few days. Like, I mean, I am cleaning my teeth, but does anybody else feel like that? That's like, I was going to go out sourcing today. Partly, I was going to meet Tom in another town because he's at his parents' and then one thing after another, anyway, I'm not going there. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll go somewhere else. And then, like, it's like an evil thought, really. It's like, oh, I could just not go out. It's like, for God's sake, when's this gonna end? I'm getting way too comfy in my pit. Is anyone else to say? And I've got, it's 5 to 12, but so far I've had. It's just getting out of hand. So far today, I've had obviously several cups of tea. I've had a frosty fancy, some little nuts. I just had a pickled onion, Garner's Lush, worth the money. It's like everywhere I go, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have a bit of that food, and then I open the fridge and go, oh yeah, I'll have a pickled onion actually. What the hell? Like, when will this end? It's just, but I'm actually really enjoying it. Rosie, I've been in bed since Christmas Eve with COVID. Oh, F's. Hopefully get released tomorrow. Hope it'll go Christmas. Oh, God, sorry to hear that. Yeah, there's quite a lot of it about, isn't there? There seems to be a bit of a bad strain around. I don't personally, I know friends of friends, family of friends that have got it and like disrupted quite a lot of plans, but no one in my immediate family. really chilled one. Well, no, I wouldn't say chilled. Christmas Day, it was just me and the girls, as it turned out. But I was really like, oh, this is going to be really odd. But it was really nice, and I've really enjoyed it. And we still, obviously did presents. We still played games, and obviously had lots of food and drink, and got a bit merry, and yeah, stupid games. It was good. I'm so happy because I was like, oh, it might be a bit odd. First year, no Tom and sorry, I'm mumbling. It was fun. Good morning, RJ. How are your little dinosaur sales? Vicky, only one in my house, still in my PJs, loving it. Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just me. It's just bliss, isn't it? Yeah, I've gone to the post box, but one of mine. So when you post box, my post box is a little. I've just discovered. So my large letter wouldn't go in. I was like, oh, should I stuff it in? I thought, oh, I'll have to go to a different post box. So that's as far as. Oh, and also that I've got a new local shop down there as well, which is now my every parcel place. Because Tesco have stopped doing it down there. They've gone to the in-post lockers, and I did say to us, I don't like those. They're always full, which is possibly why they've gone to them, because people, obviously, and he's got it down there, people just don't pick up their effing parcels, do they? Why do they do that? Like on Vinted. And so I don't keep track of it, and I know it bothers a lot of people. I'm just like, oh, they pick them up and they pick them up. But obviously for the parcel shops, it's a right pain when people don't pick up their parcels, especially if they're big. Hello, Elizabeth. I've got a hand over that. Hi, Shall. I only sell part-time. So, oh yeah, I did ask a question tonight. Thank you, Elizabeth, for reminding us of that. I only sell part-time, so left shop on over Christmas. Lots of views, but no purchases until last night. How many items you got in your shop? What do you sell, Elizabeth? And welcome. Joan's still in bed, too cozy to go. Oh God, it's lovely, isn't it? It's lovely. So it's just so nice. It's like being like a little hamster in hibernation. I love it. Though I've been relisting, so I'm working. Yeah. Well, I am listing. I've got. So there's my little. I cleaned these up yesterday. Someone's there. I've been listing, but it's like I'm so cozy and happy in this little kitchen. Doesn't feel like work, and I'm not going out sourcing. So I haven't sourced since. Well, with Christmas Eve. It was very close to Christmas. I last sourced. It wasn't Christmas Eve. Must have been the day. It must have been the Saturday. Must have been the day before. Yes, Christmas Eve was a Sunday. That's the other thing. I think it's Friday. I think it must be Friday. LJ, sales are still good, thank you, hun. Yours okay? Found parcels are getting to the States really fast at the moment. Yeah, I haven't got that much going GSP at the moment, actually. But it's pretty much all jewellery at the moment. Joan, I've just had a Vinted parcel return and she didn't collect it. Oh my God. I've never got one actually come back to me. That is annoying. That is really annoying. Elizabeth, mainly sell on Vinted. It says 289 items, but I think that is incorrect. 30 items on eBay one. Tip, I think, Elizabeth, when it says 289 items, it's including everything you've sold. I go down to the bottom, and you'll see all the stuff you've sold. It's counting those. And if you want to stay a bit under the radar, I assume this is going to help. If you click on the picture, there's like 3 white dots in the corner. If you delete, then the listing goes out of that 289 number count. So then you can eventually get it so you have only got what you've actually got listed, because I just feel it's a bit of a flag if you've got loads on there. Although I've got away with it for a long time. Well, I'm still I haven't had any issues with Vinted. Don't let me have a slurp of this. Hang on. Vinted Bugbear brand. Some sellers don't seem to know what brand is. Oh. Well, there is a tricky thing where you can't put unbranded, and you have to put like, I kind of listed a cashmere jumper the other day, and I couldn't. And it said, "What brand do you want?" And it offered me cashmere, and so I might be one of the ones annoying who are doing it. So I went, "Yeah, all right." Like, oh, that's right, because the brand was just like an unheard of thing, or European or something. So yeah, all right, cashmere. They'll find it under that. It all feels a bit more relaxed on Vinted, doesn't it? Oh, is it Elizabeth or Liz? You're friends with Anne Keeley, and she pointed me. You are. Oh, brilliant! Are you are part-time reseller. Oh, that's Are you local? Are you local? You don't have to give all that out on here. Oh, lovely. Morning, Catherine. How's your Christmas? Don't know what I was going to say then. I'm off thinking about Anne now. Yes, so I've had the shop left on all Christmas because I'm here, and most of my jewellery obviously goes, well, it's either going in the post box or I'd have it picked up from the doorstep, or my parcel shop's now at the end of the road. So no reason to shut up shop for me. And sales are still, I would say I'm in, this might be me trying to make myself feel better. I'd say I'm in growth mode at the moment on eBay since I restarted my shop. I'm in growth mode. What I mean by that also is I'm not getting enough sales yet. However, I did some quite in-depth research, in-depth/stalking. I've been on Terapeak on the insights. Recommend that, actually. I really do like the insights. It shows you can search for stuff as well, but it shows you, if you go onto Terapeak product insights, it shows you in the areas, you listed, like, you're in jewelry, are you? Did you know this? You should be looking at listing these, because this is a growth opportunity. And I'm like, interesting. So then I've looked up solds, and then if I see like quite a professional looking photo, but like on a used ring, say, I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I start, borrowing in, and I'm like, how many listings you got? How many have you sold? What is selling? And so I did a bit of that yesterday, and I've found a new shop to stalk. No, let's put it more professionally. A new shop to gain insights from and maybe learn from somebody who is a business professional, and I'm stalking them, and it's great. So are you up and about, Catherine? Are you in your dim jams? I'm the state of me. And also, I don't know what to do with this freaking wig. It's just, I really want to shave it off, but the girls are saying that I should leave it. I was thinking about making it a 2024 resolution not to cut my hair. But we can't go on forever like this, can we? Yeah. What are my plans for 2024? Oh, God, that's a big question. I'll probably do a video, because I've had a look back the other day on my 2023 goals, and I'm going to have business goals for 24. And also I'll have, so kind of personally, so a couple of the big things were to get the divorce through, which happened end of November. We got a divorce through, and to get into my own place, and we're here. So that was a massive goal of 2024, and we smashed it out of the park. But yeah, it'd be interesting. The only thing I've got booked in is Reone, Catherine. I haven't got any holidays or anything, or any plans. Like with it, apparently, Connie's told me she's doing A-level geography, that there's some, I've forgotten how she described it, but there's something where the warm air was being pushed across the sea to America last year, and this year it's coming back. I'm like, great, I'm up for a hot summer in the UK. So there will be some taking off at the last moment to enjoy a few days by the coast with the girls, no doubt. Let's see what one of my friends is up to. See if she wants to do a bit of a holiday. Something. She's got a little caravan. Catherine just got back from post run, only a couple, but only really since before Christmas. Yeah, do you still drop your parcels off? Or is that every? Yeah, Posty, I've met him now, or I've met a couple of the Posties. I've had a guy who's pleasant enough on the doorstep, because you need to know your Posties. And but mostly it's either every at the bottom of the road or the post box at the moment. Got 2 to drop off at the post office. Oh, Jay, you are smashing it. £161 sale pocket dragon Etsy. That is great that you're doing well on Etsy. I think there's a few doing brilliantly and a lot that are a bit disenamoured. Is that a word? Aren't so chuffed at the moment with Etsy. Best sales so far, Tudor Mint times 2, £173. On your own website. That's fantastic. Your website's doing really well. Or it seems to be anyway. Good morning, Nespresso. Happy Twixmas. Over in DPD. You use DPD? I switched everything off my Vera account apart from when I run into problems with Yodel, like when you get to the shop and they're like, the Yodel machine's not working again, or something like, nah, not for me then. Not for me. I need it to be working. You just to take my stuff, not trumping all the way down here and you're not going to take my parcel. So everything else is like, no. Although I was like, God, I'd be tempted to turn off you can have your order and you can leave it at the parcel shop for God knows how long, but they do always eventually pick it up so far. So, Vicky, how are you liking eBay this time around? But yeah, very interesting actually, because a couple of weeks ago, and I finished my Startup Scale Up Mentorship now, program, what we want to call it, and I had a week and I said, this is everything that annoys me about, this is all happening 1 week that annoys me about eBay. Everything was happening, like obviously returns, you're going to get returns, but anyway, it was all in the same week. Returns, no, it wasn't the returns, it was the fact that, so it was rings, so 3 don't fit, so people don't know the finger sizes, but 1, they'd clearly made something up so they could get a free label. Do you know what I mean? That, like, don't do that because it's going to affect my stats that you don't know about. So please don't do that. So I had that. I had a neutral feedback where somebody wanted something to be bigger than it was. Again, all the fucking measurements in the listing. What more can I do? eBay wouldn't remove it. I was like, where's the seller protection then? Where is the seller protection when you give everything? I've done all your item specifics. I've done your 24 effing photos. I'm dispatching in a nanosecond, 100% feedback. Where is the seller protection? Anyway, so everything was happening to annoy me in 1 week. Probably I had an aggressive message from somebody. And also I was learning about, sorry, you're getting on now. I was learning about all the hoops you have to jump through again, and obviously the hoops have become more plentiful, and it's like, I know I used to put like 12 photos up, I'm doing 24 now. Could one of them be a video? Would you mind just doing that on that kind of background? Would you mind just, and the item specifics, like, you have to be an expert, I feel, to be successful on a consistent basis on eBay, which swings and roundabouts. So on one hand, that's like, this is quite, this is work, isn't it, compared to like Vera. And on the other hand, I'm like, if you have to be an expert and I become an expert, that's going to set me up in the competition levels, isn't it? So it's a bit of that. So I mean, I'm still on a free shop as part of that program at the moment, so loving that, obviously. But I mean, I've neglected Vera, so clearly I am enjoying it, and I'm very much enjoying doing jewelry again. And Vera I don't seem to be able to And it would be difficult just to do jewellery on Vera, I think, because, I mean, minted, we know what I'm talking about. It would be difficult because it would flag up more. I think on Vera, I kind of just want to keep it as like a real, like, general, you know, bit of clothing, a puzzle, a bear, you know, like the house, the stuff you would be, you know, having around the house. So does that answer it? Yeah, still a bit peed off with. So something that I had to do, so I'm still going on. I was starting to get late defects, and like, even though like my mentor could see, you know, that I'm dispatching within 3 hours or something, I said, yeah, I just print labels straight away. If I'm up my laptop and someone's bought something, I just print, you know, it's just jewelry, it's just here. I said I couldn't, so this is what annoyed me, even though I went back with one of the late defects and said, I dispatched this on time, they wouldn't remove it. And I said, I couldn't dispatch it. I could not dispatch this any quicker. And in fact, some of the feedback is, you know, how quick and, you know, things arrive. So given that you literally couldn't do a better job on freaking dispatch times than I'm doing, yeah, I'm still going to get penalised with late defects. That's a bit crap, actually. So I still feel that there's still too much punishment for good sellers. There you go, I think I finished. Oh, that's Connie's really dodgy doorbell. That's Connie's friend dropping stuff off. They're going, no, she went on pub crawl yesterday and ended up with a party of friends here in the kitchen, starting to cook pasta at 11 o'clock at night. Oh, God. So just don't burn the kitchen down. But they're going clubbing. Just she's dropping her stuff off to stay later. Right, sorry, let me have a little slurp. Yeah, so who else is doing what? Are you working? How were your sales over Christmas? I'll tell you about that in a sec. Morning, afternoon, evening. It must be one of them. Oh, I take it you're in the same boat then, Chris, of like, I'm just loving it though. It's just so nice, isn't it, to not give stuff for anything. Just snacking and eating and drinking. I love it. Hello, Becca. Good afternoon. Good morning, Antoinette. Are you going to stay with text group? Is it worth it? Morning, Jill. Good question. So I was a little bit, a couple of weeks ago, I did think, I think, because I'd paid for a month something, and I thought, don't know if I will continue in 2024. Now tell me I'm a twat, if you like, because I'm not. So there's a really good jewelry crew there, and I am in there. Oh God, sorry, there's something weird on the screen. Ads will run shortly for some viewers. What, during a live stream? Tell me if you're about to get an ad during a live stream. That'd be weird, won't it? So there's a really good jewelry group. So I'm in this group chat with them as well, and also there's like a Facebook sort of feed where you can just post stuff or queries or whatever, and that's useful. But obviously, I guess I could put something on Insta or something and ask similar questions. And there's useful information to be gained, although, yeah. But I did think, it's how you look at things, isn't it? I'm like, it's 30 odd quid a month, but maybe I should cut that back. But on the other hand, I'm like, if you look at it as £1 a day, then it seems all right. Because it might be being a twat here, but there's such a lot of calls on there that I stick it on. It's like a bit like paying for YouTube. I stick it on whilst I'm listing. And because I find some of the information really useful, I might carry on with it because, God, is it like paying for a TV license? Because I have it on, because I'm not in the groups, I'm not in there saying, oh, this is my goals for next week. Because my goals are usually, once I set a goal, they, like this amount of, like 10 a day, Monday to Friday at the moment. And it's every week and I just do it. Or a goal might be to find a new sourcing town or not, or, So yeah, I don't know how I think it is a good group. Also, obviously, it's very US based. There is a UK call, but I still feel like even with the jewelry, it's really surprising how different. Maybe it isn't surprising. The jewelry market is in the US. Like the costume stuff that they can get good money for, and the brands. Some of them I've never heard of. Just don't even see them here. Which probably makes sense. So, but then they do the deep dives on the jewelry call of stuff like Edwardian mourning jewelry, and it's very interesting. I'm not even into that really, like in terms of sourcing it, but it's very interesting knowledge to have. So I don't know if I should be, but I am carrying on with it at the moment. Now getting an ad. Oh, you did? Was it long? I think this is a new thing. This is new because when I was because I hadn't done a live stream on my laptop, when I was trying to do it, it said, let them do whatever they want, which I thought was what you had to do now anyway, like YouTube. So yes. Oh, it said advise. Yeah. So this is, new to me. Oh, you've got an ad as well. So do I cut only 5 seconds then skip? And do I cut completely out while the ad's on? Or is it like at the bottom or something? Wasn't long bad to skip. That's new, isn't it? Oh, the thing is, I normally do it through StreamYard, so I can't keep up with these things. But I'm sure when I used to do it on my phone, that never happened. I wonder if that's a new thing. Right, so anyway, yes. So I've been working, Christmas sales. So yeah, like I said, I'm doing a lot. Obviously, I'm listing a lot of rings. You had gone and was full screen. Oh my God, Chris, you got a Temu ad. I'm sorry about isn't sorry if I'm offending anybody, but isn't Temu like probably all stuff from China being made by somebody who's not being paid enough? Or have I got that wrong? Because I haven't even ordered from Temu, but it strikes me as that. So I was just looking at my notes then. I can't read my own writing. I say notes. This is what I do. Like, as this is loading, I'm like, what should I talk about? Christmas sales. So, at the moment, my shop. So I've got 300 and just over 300. I made 300 yesterday on eBay listings, and so it's all silver. It's rings predominantly. And obviously there's issues with rings, people not knowing the finger sizes. And I probably will move a little bit away from like being so ring dominated. But because I bought so many rings in the past, I'm like, did anybody watch? So this is coming from, I did have a few sales over Christmas, not that many. That's the short answer. Here's the longer version. Does anybody watch Mel Back from Burnout, and her video that she did with Tech and Sports and subsequent videos where she talks about having to do her punishment because she overbought on books? I feel like that with the rings, to be honest, and I'm doing quite well. So like at the moment, that's my main ring stock, and that will only last me another week. So that I've actually done quite well. But I feel like, sorry, that was a real clump. So I've got 2 drawers. Well, yeah, probably I've got like 250 rings listed. So these are my plains. That's just my plains. And then I've got 2 drawers of like coloured stones and stuff. And then this is all I've got of non-rings. Yeah, it's like, yeah, bracelets, pendants, a couple of necklaces, a couple of earrings, not a lot else. It's mostly rings. And I feel at the moment, after like my new shop stalk that I've got going on, and I was literally astounded by this person. Oh, and something interesting I need to ask you about. That rings, well, in fact, and in my sourcing insights on Terra Peak, although last week it said rings were a growth thing, and a couple of weeks ago, because my mentor said, oh, that's strange because the sell-through rate is only like 4% something, or 5%. And she looked at the chart and she said, maybe because it's on a trajectory up, that's why it's saying it's a growth area. But this week, it ain't rings. It ain't rings. So I'm like, oh, great. Maybe that's why I'm not selling so much yet. I'm still, average, I'd say, is like a sale a day, and it's been like that since I started listing. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? And your question, is it the promoted listings rate? La-di-da. And that was something I was asking in the group. Like I said, the only thing on my listings quality report, quality listings, whatever, was to increase my promoted rate, my promotions campaign. It's really hard being me today. From 6 to 8%. And I said, the thing is there anybody else getting that? There's no other recommendations, just that, just increase your promotions level. And I mean, of course it would be. If you're trying to make more business at eBay, obviously they're not getting more sellers, so they are just fleecing us a lot more, the existing sellers. I said, so what if I increase it to 8? And then it says, oh, really recommend you increase it to 11. I don't want to be on that slippery slope. Feels like it should be going upwards. Anyway, I don't want to be on it. And then, some interesting responses. So I did something possibly foolish, and I was like, no, not doing that anymore. I'm going to decrease it. So I decreased my promoted listings to 3%, halved it. And it's not made any difference. I'm still averaging 1 sale a day. And I know it takes 24 to 48 hours for the algorithm to recalibrate, or like the things to settle if you do a major change in your shop, something like that. And that's been and gone now. So, and there's sales coming through at 3% promoted listings instead of 6%. I'm like, that's interesting then, isn't it? Because nothing else has changed. So you've got to be very wary of the promoted listings. I can't remember, but I found a nice cashmere jumper, so I thought I'll have that. I need to be putting more stuff on Minted whilst I'm in what I'm calling growth mode. That fingers crossed I am in growth mode, and not just you're never going to sell more than one thing a day, because I can't live on that. Where were we? Joan, lush seeing you, but have to love and leave you. Shelley, have a lovely day. You too, have a lovely day. I only promote sticky stock. Catherine. None of us know for sure, do we? It's really bloody annoying. See, I leave it like the day I list. I don't promote that day. I leave it a day, because I think we've got that initial boost anyway. So people should be seeing your listings. It should be at the top of the screen before it starts to drop. That's interesting. So it makes a big difference. When you're on small margins, it makes such a difference what you're promoting at. I know some people don't promote at all. Maybe. Or I've had a thought. maybe I should try not promoting on my non-ring stuff and see how it goes. I might do that. Antoinette, Shelley, I sell very few rings on eBay anymore. I think buyers tend to shop in brick and mortar shops for rings because they like to, and I can understand wanting to try it on. So I source only unusual ones now. Yeah, this is the other thing, that because I already had all of these rings and all of this stock, obviously I now have to do my, oh yeah, Mel, do my punishment. Like if you overbuy, I overbought, you can't just like I don't want to just job lot it up because I'll end up losing money. So now I'm doing my punishment and I'm like, no, you've got to list all this. You bought it, you've got to list it, you've got to claw some money back. Well, make a profit, but it's going to be slow. But once it's all listed, then I feel I can go a bit more hell for leather on new stock, but got to be a bit more sensible these days and get my stock listed that I have before I go mental on a buying spree. Catherine, you know what I'm like. So I source only unusual ones. This is the other thing I'm thinking. So do you promote them? Because I'm feeling like with the unusual ones, shouldn't need to promote so much. I wouldn't do promoted listings on rings, to be honest. I'm lost for words now. Oh my word. Yeah, that was the thing as well. I thought that if I'm only selling one thing a day, what have I got to lose? What's it going to go like one every other day? It's not a big deal at the moment, is it, to experiment? Yeah, this promoted listings thing needs a good think, doesn't it? Watch me take off promoted listings altogether and then come back next week and say, you haven't had any sales since then. Oh God, it's a pain in the butt, isn't it? So yeah, so I am at work, but it's not. This is the great thing. It's not like having to go into the office. I couldn't go. I'd have to clean myself and put proper clothes on if I wanted to go into the office. Catherine, I don't make promotions unless loads of virtually identical listings. Maybe I should screenshot so I'm getting wrapped up in details now of like impressions and all that stuff. But to be honest, the proof in the pudding is how many sales are you getting? And it's quite easy to monitor that right now. Vicky, do you promote immediately upon listing? I wait 24 hours. I wait until after. Oh, that's what you said. 24 hours. You wait for the first 90 days. Oh, you wait until after the first 90 days. Well, the other thing that I was told on that startup scale up is definitely after either 30 or 60 days, she said, for sure, your listing goes stale. She was very much drummed at home, something. End your listing and sell similar to get that new listing boost. She was very clear about that. So I do, and I've got the listings to play with at the moment because I've got middle tier shop for freebie. Yeah, I feel like the urge to go and just say sack off the promoted listings at the moment. Certainly, the changing from 6 to 3 has made a full difference. Oh, it's made a difference to me. I'll tell you what else has made a difference to me, like on profit per item, is I was doing the free shipping to have that premium badge, and because was it fast and free? It was something, and I was ending up with defects for late arrivals or something, and I said, this isn't on, is it? Because you can see how quick I'm shipping. So I said, I took off the premium badge, started charging for shipping. I'm not getting the defects anymore for any kind of late scans, and I'm making more on each on each amount. No one's going, I'm not paying for shipping. They're paying it. So, Catherine, I did notice when I ended promoted and everything, a week or so of punishment for me. But yeah, well, this is the thing though. I am at such a small amount of sales at the moment. It's like, well, what are you going to do to me? Like, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do it. I do recommend finding a shop that sells similar stuff to you and stalking, because my mind is blown by this shop I found. I'm not going to give it away. However, I'll tell you something else interesting about it. So I found 2 shops that sell jewellery. One, well, I've got a number, but one, she has 6,000 listings and she's only selling 4 to 5 a day. And I thought, oh my God, is that how many listings you need these days to sell 4 to 5 a day? Because, pictures are good, blah, blah, blah. And what did I discover about? I can't remember what I discovered as to why is that sell-through rate so low? But I found this other shop. So she's 6,000 listings, 4 to 5 a day. Found this other shop that's got 1,100 listings and they're selling 10, 11, 12 things a day. And I was like, oh my God, good things, good sell-through rate, like good sales, like chunky sales. And I was like, yeah, this is one I've got to follow and try and take tips from. And right, how can this have happened? In their feedback, so they have 100% positive feedback, but in their feedback in the last 12 months, they have got neutral. Oh, I know neutral wouldn't affect it. They have negatives. They have 1 or 2 negatives in the last 12 months, yet their feedback is 100% positive. What is that? Have they somehow managed to how have they done that? Someone's helped them, surely, because if you've got a negative in the last 12 months, that affects your positive feedback rating, doesn't it? But theirs is 100%. And I was really like, that's interesting. And their sell-through rate is incredible. I'm like, is someone helping them? Have they got, there's no reason for them to have an anchor store because their amount of listings, but no, how are they doing that? I felt like emailing my mentor, who said I could email her, anytime and say, how's this happened? But then obviously if she knew or she could see who's helping them, she's not going to say, but something was very that's not quite right, is it? Yeah, that's why I only promote after 90 days. The first 90 days, it's my responsibility to get it sold. After 90, I need eBay help. Well, one of the things for free help is not promoting, is actually just sell similar, which she said do it. She said, it wasn't me asking her. She just volunteered that information, said, make sure you're doing that. They go stale. It's not a secret anymore. That's the information they give out. But yeah, anyway, how long have I been live? Oh my God, 43 minutes. I do apologize. Yeah, I think that'll do. I just felt like coming along and saying hello. And so where are we? It's the 29th. So New Year's is coming. So I might pop something out either before New Year or just after, with how I did on the 2023 goals, goals for 2024. Love to know about yours. Message me on Insta if you want, or comment on here. I love hearing about people's goals. Business or personal, don't mind. Enjoy the rest of your Twixmas. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, don't die. Thank you for joining me so much. Right, this is looking a bit different. Yes.